EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New England Patriots. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway in Foxborough. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure. And they will start at the 40. Here's Harris. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 2nd and 7. And right side, Henry's got it. Call it a pickup of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Colts 0.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Taylor,
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On On second down, it's Taylor. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
A gain of 5.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage. And he goes down right there.
Kyle Van Noy on the tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. The give to Taylor. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. They run with Hines. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Patriots 38-yard line.
Here's Hines on the toss play. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
3 yards. It's now 4th down.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs.
On down.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean.
And the pressure gets to him again.
Quarterback taken down.
Grover Stewart. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And down he'll go at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at his own 3-yard line.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 49 yards.
1st down, Colts.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 1st down, Taylor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run with Taylor. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Dan, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Number 37.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Back to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go into half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Taylor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
1-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Taylor. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Second and 15. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be third down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Third down, here's Geis. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. On third down, Taylor. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Harris. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now second and 4.
5-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up.
They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 17.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Darius Geis.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They run with Taylor, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ball carrier.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On third down, Hines. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 29 yards. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Patriots 14, Colts 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line ready to go. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
A yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On the ground, it's Harris. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Kyle Van Noy on the tackle. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
This is Hines. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run with Harris. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Again, it's Taylor, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Ball carrier.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, Taylor, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Wentz, got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They run again with Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Check it back.
Here's another carry for Harris. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Good.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Harris. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it and do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't...
He's got daylight. He's at the 40, 20, And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And the Patriots are going to recover, and that should just about assure victory. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Across midfield to the 49-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris. Past the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been to